Today on MUFC Pulse, we'll dive into some incredibly intriguing news. Sir Jim Ratcliffe's words after the match, and Mikel Arteta's rather brutal assessment of Patrick Dorgu's performance. For more on this story, check out the video. We also have some equally exciting football news coming up, so stay tuned until the end to catch it all. Welcome to MUFC Pulse. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell for more updates. Sir Jim Ratcliffe's word on Manchester United win. The mood around Old Trafford has taken a distinctly positive turn following Manchester United's clinical victory over Arsenal at the Emirates. Leaving the ground amidst a flurry of cameras, in-ears chief Sir Jim Ratcliffe appeared absolutely chuffed with the result. Despite being swarmed by the press pack eager for a post-match soundbite, the billionaire co-owner remained tight-lipped, preferring to let his jubilant expression do the talking for him. No. Ratcliffe chuckled as reporters pressed for a quote. While refusing to be drawn into a lengthy interview, he gestured toward his beaming face and quipped, "Just get the smile," effectively confirming that his sealed lips policy didn't mask his delight. When asked point-blank if he was satisfied with the evening's work in North London, he offered a succinct but emphatic, yeah, before making his exit. This high-profile win provides some much-needed stability following a turbulent month behind the scenes at United. The INEOS administration raised eyebrows earlier this month after parting ways with Ruben Amorim following a breakdown in relations with the board. However, after a brief interim spell under Darren Fletcher, the club seems to have found its footing again with Michael Carrick installed in the dugout to steady the ship until the end of the campaign. Mikel Arteta's brutal statement on Patrick Dorgu's performance. Manchester United successfully claimed a crucial victory in the big match against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium with a narrow 2-3 scoreline. This victory not only extends the Red Devils' positive trend but also sees them climb to fourth in the standings with 38 points. This result serves as proof of Michael Carrick's capacity as a manager capable of stifling the hosts' dominance in front of their own supporters. The match began with high pressure from the hosts, which bore fruit in the 29th minute. Starting from a shot by Martin Odegaard, the ball struck Lisandro Martinez, who failed to anticipate the direction, resulting in an own goal. However, Arsenal's lead did not last long as United responded immediately through a goal by Bryan Mbeumo in the 34th minute. Capitalizing on a blunder by Martin Zubimendi, Mbeumo rounded David Raya before slotting the ball into an empty net. Entering the second half, Manchester United turned the tide through a brilliant action by Patrick Dorgu in the 50th minute. The 21-year-old player performed a neat 1-2 with Bruno Fernandes before unleashing a powerful strike that hit the left side of the Arsenal goal. This goal showed how dangerous Dorgu is when given a more attacking role by Carrick, leaving the Arsenal defense overwhelmed by the pace of United's wing. Arsenal, trailing behind, continued to press until they finally managed to equalize in the 84th minute. Following a corner kick scheme, Mikel Merino, who was in front of goal, managed to strike the ball and score after the referee confirmed the decision. The level score briefly made the Emirates atmosphere heat up again, but United showed a steely mentality to keep looking for a winning gap in the final minutes of the match. The drama peaked in the 87th minute when substitute Matheus Cunha emerged as the match winner. Having only come on in the 68th minute, Cunha successfully finished a short pass from Kobbie Mainoo with a stunning individual action. He dribbled the ball past several Arsenal players before unleashing a beautiful shot from outside the penalty area into the right corner of the goal. That goal decided the 2-3 score and silenced thousands of home supporters. Dorgu's relentless energy throughout the match provided a constant outlet for United to transition quickly from defense to attack. His ability to maintain high intensity in the final third forced the Arsenal fullbacks into uncharacteristic errors under pressure. This standout display further cements his reputation as one of the most exciting young talents currently thriving in the Premier League. The narrow defeat at home forced Mikel Arteta to be realistic about Arsenal's current position. In his statement, Arteta expressed that the demand to always win is part of the great expectations the team must carry, so he understood the disappointed reaction from fans as a signal that his players' performance was indeed not maximum. He emphasized that although the players had tried to give their best, they failed to perform efficiently and instead made fatal mistakes that resulted in punishment from the opponent. Specifically, Arteta also gave recognition to the impressive performance of Patrick Dorgu, whom he judged to be very dangerous in his new position, a consistency that he said had begun to be seen since the match against Manchester City and has now been proven capable of damaging the Arsenal defense. On the other hand, Michael Carrick welcomed this victory with pride, especially regarding the rapid development shown by Patrick Dorgu. Carrick expressed his joy at seeing the young player's real contribution, where the two goals created through different processes showed the maturity and joy of the player on the pitch. Although Dorgu was forced to be withdrawn early due to muscle cramps from his extraordinary hard work, Carrick assessed the performance as evidence of the success of the new scheme he implemented. For him, seeing a player's happiness in carrying out a new role is a satisfaction in itself, which is also the key to the Red Devils' crucial victory at the Emirates Stadium. Consecutive wins over Manchester City and Arsenal prove that Carrick has succeeded in improving the midfield sector, which was previously considered weak in the Ruben Amorim era. By placing players in roles that suit their character, such as returning Bruno to the number 10, United appeared more solid and pragmatic. Fans are now waiting to see if this positive momentum can be maintained to secure their position in the top 4. PSG intensify pursuit of Marcus Rashford with audacious swap deal proposal. Paris Saint-Germain have reportedly reignited their long-standing interest in bringing England international Marcus Rashford to the Parc des Princes. This development has sent shockwaves through the 2026 winter transfer window, particularly as the forward is currently enjoying a highly successful loan spell at FC Barcelona. PSG are looking to exploit a perceived stalemate in permanent negotiations between the Catalan giants and Manchester United. Since arriving at the Camp Nou on loan from Old Trafford, Rashford appears to have rediscovered his golden touch under the tutelage of Hansi Flick. His scintillating form, marked by a consistent tally of goals and assists, has been pivotal in keeping Barcelona firmly in the La Liga title race. However, with his loan spell nearing its conclusion, the 28-year-old's future remains shrouded in uncertainty. Barcelona's well-documented financial constraints remain the primary obstacle to a permanent deal. While Rashford's reported buyout clause of approximately €30 million is considered a bargain in the current market, the Blaugrana hierarchy must remain incredibly cautious with their wage bill and expenditure. This hesitation has left the door ajar for a club with the financial might of PSG to swoop in with a far more lucrative package. PSG manager Luis Enrique is said to be the architect behind this pursuit. Enrique is keen on a forward who possesses the raw pace and tactical flexibility to operate across the front line. For the Spaniard, Rashford represents the perfect missing piece to bolster a PSG side that has transitioned towards a more collective identity following the departure of their previous Galacticos. In a bold move to secure their man, PSG are reportedly prepared to go beyond a simple cash offer. Speculation is rife that the Parisian management is willing to include their own rising star, Bradley Barcola, as part of a blockbuster swap deal. Such a high-stakes gamble underscores PSG's determination to install Rashford as the new talisman of their attacking ranks. Manchester United, as Rashford's parent club, find themselves in a commanding position. With his contract at Old Trafford running until June 2028, the Red Devils hold all the cards regarding his valuation. Naturally, they will be inclined to sell to the highest bidder. Should Barcelona continue to dither, United are expected to open formal discussions with PSG without hesitation. For his part, Marcus Rashford has publicly expressed his fondness for life in Spain. He has flourished within Hansi Flick's system and has quickly become a firm fan favorite amongst the Catalan faithful. However, as a seasoned professional, he understands that his ultimate destination depends as much on boardroom negotiations as it does on his personal preference. The situation has sparked a high-stakes game of poker between Barcelona and PSG. The rivalry between these two European heavyweights in the transfer market is legendary, and the battle for Rashford is the latest chapter in that ongoing saga. Barcelona are now under immense pressure to provide United with the necessary financial guarantees, or risk watching their prized assets slip away to a direct continental rival. Ultimately, the resolution of this transfer tug-of-war will serve as a litmus test for both clubs' long-term ambitions and financial health. For PSG, securing Rashford would signify a triumphant return to world-class recruitment, while for Barcelona, losing him would be a bitter pill to swallow after his revitalization in Spain. As the winter deadline approaches, the footballing world waits to see if the lure of the Parisian lights or the heritage of the Camp Nou will prevail in what is fast becoming the most talked-about saga of the season. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comment your opinion.